Hello, hello, my people. I'm Samantha Faye, practicing psychic medium for almost 10 years now. Can you even believe that? This topic of discussion that I put in the title has been coming up a few times in the last several weeks, and I wanted to touch in on it because I myself have been hiding from Facebook a little bit. And part of the reason, some of you may have been following me for a few years, saw me doing weekly videos with Transformational Tuesday. And then recently I've kind of backed up a little bit. Part of it was because I was going through a lot of my own really intense growth, and I needed to close the shutters. I needed to have my own privacy to go through what I was growing through. And now I'm coming back. I'm coming back at ya. But I wanted to talk about this particular topic about not being on Facebook and not being on social media because it's become too negative and it's just dragging everybody down. And like, I for sure have said that. And this conversation is coming up because in my Moon Club group today, I even specifically asked, I have some of my members that are saying that they're only coming on Facebook to touch into Moon Club. And I wanted to talk about that because I attract driven light workers. I attract highly sensitive beings. I attract people that believe in the metaphysics, the qualities of the earth and the world that are beyond the third dimension. And so we want to talk about this and talk about the energy that's coming through Facebook. So, hi, Steph. Hi, Joy. Hello, Becky. Welcome, Randy. So good to see. Love seeing everybody's names here. See, that's why I need to be doing this more. You know what I mean? I'm coming back, you guys. I'm coming back. I'm really excited to be able to say that and really feeling it full on. Feeling good, feeling healthy, feeling elevated, feeling like on another level. I really do believe that the universe did a big swoop for me, popped me out of the United States to land me here during this time so that I could offer a little bit of a different perspective because I'm not pickled in the juices of America or the United States right now. So this is what I have to say about the topic at hand, is that Facebook needs our light. Facebook needs our positivity. Facebook needs your quotes. Facebook needs your songs. Facebook needs your brilliance. Facebook needs your emanation. Do not step away and do not shy away because of how much bullshit and clutter and arguing and blah, blah, blah is going on there. This is what we need. Facebook is the manifestation, our third dimensional world manifestation of our collective unconscious mind. This means in our collective unconscious mind, the negativity, the dark energy, the bullshit is taking over. We cannot let them, people. So this is what we say no to. We say yes to bringing in and anchoring more light. And I don't care if you get on Facebook and you sing Old MacDonald Had a Farm, or you sing a song, or you do whatever it is. This is part of our reason that we are piercing into the collective with our light beams and light energy. It is so important right now. Do not break up the meeting place for all of us. That's the point. The meeting place for all of us. It's so important that each of our voices are being heard. And it doesn't even matter what it is that you are saying, but bring in the light, bring in the positivity. It doesn't matter if you're like, oh, well, Facebook, I'm just doing the Instagram, like cookie cutter shot of like the good things in my life. Who cares? Do that. Do that. We need more of the light. If you want to share a personal experience piece, do that. I've done that, did that for my birthday. Like, I have been going through, I don't want to even say a dark night of the soul. I have been going through an extraordinary amount of detoxification, of really, really connecting in with my authentic light and my true self. These things that I thought that I knew, that I am learning on a deeper level. And so with that being said, I too have shied away, and what I've been learning and what I've been seeing and what I've been witnessing, and when we look at it on an energetic, a collective energetic standpoint, we need those of us who identify with the term light worker. Maybe you're just even the like party positivity person. Bring your music, bring your light, bring your effervescent, bring your emanation. Make Facebook a super fun place to be. This is where we collect. This is where we gather. This is where we bring that effervescence that the world needs right now. Because otherwise, everybody's been really quiet about these things because we've been shamed into a box. We've been judged into a box. We've been shamed into a box. So the mask, no mask. Black Lives Matter is important. Stay on that one. Don't jump off of it. It's not a trend. Bring your positivity to it. This is how we heal. This is how we heal, is by bringing the light beams to it, the staying in the silver lining. There's been so much shame about spiritual bypassing. Stay in it. If you're bypassing, that's okay. Jump back in. I've noticed myself doing that. Oh God, that hurts really bad. I've got so many other things that I'm like dealing with. Like, life is intense right now. We are in a pressure cooker. This is the Great Awakening. Do not shy away. Do not shy away. If you notice that something's too much for you to look at, that's okay. It's gonna come back. If you don't deal with it that day, it's gonna come back. So you can't really bypass. I know people say it's like spiritual bypassing, and they're shaming around that, and they're shaming around the mask, and they're shaming around washing your face and not holding up a sign, and there's so much shame on here. Like, let's pierce through that. Pierce through that with your song. Pierce through it with your poems. Pierce through it with a picture of your art. Pierce through it with a picture of your light, your love, your generosity, your kindness, the silver lining of your own being. We all have dark sides. We all have dark aspects, and right now that darkness is coming, and the way that we transmute and ameliorate the dark is by bringing the light to it. So while the dark has been having its stage and having its day, beautiful, welcome it, embrace it, and bring the light to it. And that's what we're going to do. Facebook is the only way that I'm able to connect with a lot of you. A lot of you that are watching right now. This is the only medium that I have to connect with all of you. And the same is true for you and the connections of the people that connect with you and follow you on Facebook. So bring the light, bring the heart, bring the passion, bring that, and deliver it through Facebook as the medium. Is there censorship going on? Yes. Is there bullshit going on here? Yes. Absolutely. But we all know dysfunction. That's the bottom line. We all know dysfunction. We all come from family. I don't know if your family is a perfectly happy-go-lucky, joyful family. Mine is most of the time, and we also have a lot of dysfunction. That doesn't mean I stop being a part of my family. It doesn't mean I stop contributing to what that is and like in connection in that way. Like, we're showing up here to bring the light to where there is dark. This is how we pierce through it. This is how we break through it. We are anchoring it. We are anchoring the light. Whether you identify with the term light worker, healer, empath, energetically susceptible, it doesn't matter. You're here for a reason. You're hearing this message for a reason. You're either watching it now or checking in on the replay for a reason, because you have something to say. You have something beautiful to contribute, whether it's baby spam or puppy spam or like anything. There's no high pressure here on contributing lightness, playfulness, happy videos, happy like interjections. These are all the things that we need to be reminded of. And like, let's be honest and pull this apart a little bit. The beautiful thing about this is that Facebook was something that we all unconsciously came to and scrolled through when we were avoiding or bypassing something in our life. Right? We would just numbingly, okay, scroll. I'm just going to come to Facebook and I'm just going to scroll and I'm going to forget about that. And then by the time that that's gone, an hour has gone by and now we're gone. Okay. So now you go to your little happy-go-lucky little avoidance spot and it is in your face. These things that have been going on that we have all been collectively bypassing is now in your face. Good. Good. That's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. You can't face it if it doesn't have a face. So right now, Facebook is being the face for a lot of us to do our inner work, and a lot of us to reflect on how we interact with the world, and a lot of us to reflect on where we have triggers, and a lot of us to reflect on where these things are not coming together and are not working in our lives. Beautiful. Okay, so we had the COVID hit. We have the Black Lives Matter hit. We have so many opinions and so much shame and so much intensity going in here and onto this platform that now is when we bring in the light. Now is when we start bringing that effervescent light force energy into this as our collective platform. This is our meeting place. This is where we get to connect with each other. So, Murray, post pictures of your koi pond. You know, do the things like post these things that make you feel really good and are part of your heart-centered awareness. And if you make a little post and you have something passionate to say after that, because like I said, Black Lives Matter is not a trend. This is something that needs to continue to acknowledge our focus and participation. I don't care what color your skin is. It is important to pay attention that this is part of the thing, because right now, and I'm going to boldly say this, that the Black Lives Matter is not about racism. It is about oppression. That's what we're looking at shifting. Right now, the Black Lives Matter movement is about breaking through the oppression that is happening. Racism is a product of that oppression. So as we are looking at that, that is going to continue to be a part of our own collective consciousness. This is not something that is going to go away. As I mentioned, you can bypass as long as you think you want to bypass, but ultimately your growth is here for you to grow. So whatever lessons you're avoiding now, they're going to come back. So you might as well deal with them now. And while you're dealing with them now and you're paying attention to that, remember to laugh. Remember to be joyful. Remember to find your amusement. I know that you've had an experience happen in life that at the time that it was happening, it was horrible. It was horrible and you cried about it and it was just a terrible situation. And then you get to the point where you say, well, at least we can laugh about it now. That's what we're talking about, is that right now we're starting to bring the light into what has been painful, and there still are a lot of people that are in pain. A lot of people that are in pain. Like, we are growing through things together. We are growing through the deepest and darkest parts of the shadows of the caverns of our collective unconscious. Now, what it is that's going on in the United States isn't just something that we're unearthing for the last 400 years. This is something that's been on this planet. It is systemic. It is a part of our DNA. So in order for us to elevate into the fifth dimensional frequencies of the new earth, we have to be able to identify what these patterns are to be able to bring the light consciousness of anchoring the fifth dimension to this planet. And that's what this is about. Yutakeo mo pupunia ya sikiwania koa papania kia oa sia kia nininia wa koa pupunia yoa sia kiania wa kokonia pupuia sikianikia wa pupunia ya oa kakania aya wo pupunia wa ya suakania wa puputia wa ya muia kia kia deo wa oa pupunia wa sia kokoa haa mua papania a. Beautiful. All right. So my dear loving friends, for those of you who are just popping on, go back, watch the replay. I'm just going to post this right here. Go back, watch the replay, tune in, take what you will from this, let it plant some seeds, and let's start showing up. I know that Facebook can seem like a time suck and seem like one of those things that really like distracts us from our life. And when we're all stuck in our houses and we have these things of lockdown and all of these things going on, then we get to choose how we are contributing to society. And this is the window that we all have to share at the meeting table together. So choose very carefully and very intentionally how you are going to share, what you are going to say, how you are going to spend your time. Maybe do a purge of what that's going to look like for you and how you relate to this. Maybe you just change your relationship with social media to be something a little bit different than what it was before. It's okay to change your relationship dynamic with social media without jumping away completely. And if you need to jump away completely to do a detox so that you can revisit and come back to it, great. For some of us, this is our platform to be able to share our voice right now because the stages are closed, the event gatherings are closed, and this is our form of connection. So with that being said, my sweet loves, I will be here more often. Share this with whoever you think you need to share it with. comment their names, type in the replay, do all the things that you know how to do. And with that, my sweet, loving friend, as we go forth, may we integrate the healing and the lessons received with courage, self-love, and compassion. I love you dearly, and this transmission and our Come to Jesus meeting is complete. My sweet friends, sending you so much light and love. And I will see you soon. I have some exciting announcements coming down the pike, but I gotta set the tracks in motion before I let you know. You know how it goes. But look out for those. They're coming. Ciao, ciao.